Great, so yeah, my name is Kieran Manton. I am the business director in our product engineering function. I've worked at Pega for 7 years now, 4 of which directly for Kieran, our chief product officer. I do a lot of Pega, but one thing I did today at least was support him in his keynote and really make sure that we're expressing the best and the greatest things we're building in our product, to everyone here at PegaWorld. So the things Kieran said that everyone should be really excited about. First off is that Pega Infinity 26 is one of our best releases in a decade. He said a decade, I'd say maybe even longer than that. It brings the power of AI with the best of Pega in our workflow automation to give a really impressive product that I hope people are really excited to get their hands on. He mentioned designing with Blueprint, he mentioned building with Infinity Studio, and running applications wherever you use them, which is really powerful and a big differentiator, I think, for us. So many announcements today. The ones that I think excited me the most personally, because I work in the product engineering team, are the ones that I know we've been working on for so long and that are really, really exciting for our team. So Blueprint AI being inside Infinity Studio. Infinity Studio itself, with the AI assistant built right in, means you can actually chat with the AI assistant and it is building Pega rules behind the scenes. You don't have to be a rules developer to build an Infinity Studio anymore. It's pretty wild stuff. And then of course, the announcement of the ability to use a Pega workflow within whatever AI you use. You can be using Claude, you could use ChatGPT, you could use Google Agent Space. You can call a Pega workflow right there. So you get the predictability of Pega workflows in whatever AI you use. That's the future. Yeah, so there was a very exciting announcement about AWS Transform on stage today. 𝗺cie𝗿𝗄 from AWS joined Kieran on stage and talked about how with AWS Transform and the power of Pega Blueprint, you can go from any legacy code base into a production app in 3 months. Things that used to take 5 years are whittled away timeline-wise, so you can actually use the power of AI to understand a legacy code base and have a workflow-driven application faster than ever before. We're very excited for our clients to really get hands-on with that. And anyone out there who has that legacy code base, which is everyone, should hopefully be pretty excited about that announcement. Yeah, so part of the announcement is about how you can rethink your workflow applications using Pega Blueprint. So what that means is we can take away all the elements of that legacy code base, ingest it into Pega Blueprint, and create agentic workflows out of it. I think one of my favorite quotes from 𝗺cie today on stage was, AWS does all the, I'm ad-libbing here, but AWS does all the understanding of that code. When we find that it's a workflow application, there's no one better in the world to do it than Pega. And that's what we like to hear. Pega Blueprint has really evolved over the last 2 years. We announced it 2 years ago at PegaWorld. That was when AI was really just starting to come out. We were giving people the opportunity to rethink their workflows using Pega Blueprint. As Kieran described on stage during his keynote today, that was kind of just the beginning. This latest version of Blueprint lets you get really deep into that application design. Exactly how people are going to use that application. You can configure the business rules, you can configure the user experience, all in Blueprint, well before you go and start building an application. And the reason that matters is because you can spend a lot less time understanding and designing your work before you go and actually create all the rules and do things that are harder to change later on. So in the end, it's a big win. Today at PegaWorld, Alan on stage announced something really exciting, which is that we will not be charging for tokens. So the reason behind that is we feel like we're using AI in such a specialized and smart way that we don't need to charge for tokens. We want to charge for outcomes. So use our software, use Blueprint, use Infinity Studio with AI to build the best solution, the best agentic workflow possible, and then run it using AI where it matters. We're not going to charge you for tokens. We want you to get outcomes from your work. So for people who weren't at PegaWorld, I want you to hear just a few messages. The first is, go try Blueprint. Go to pega.com/Blueprint, come up with a workflow that you're interested in understanding. If you have any legacy documentation, upload that. Have it create a new workflow for you. I think you would be really surprised with what it can do for you. Secondly, hear our message about predictable outcomes and predictable cost. The world of AI is really confusing. There's a lot of messages out there. The tokenomics and what large language model is out there being released today is different than next week. Here at Pega, we're all about predictable workflows with AI built in the right places, so you can leverage AI to the best of its capabilities, but also have predictability in your business. That's what we think is important, and we hope that people are excited about that.